Understand Agile methodology, roles, components, and phases. In this video we will learn what Agile is and what makes Agile methodology so popular and successful. The Agile methodology is a way of managing a project in several phases of planning, executing, and evaluating with constant collaboration with stakeholders and continuous improvement at each stage. Agile aims to overcome the challenges faced by traditional waterfall methodologies that focus on delivering large quantities of products in long periods of time, which resulted in delivering wrong products as customer requirements change frequently. This video will help you understand how Agile methodology helps in overcoming the waterfall approach, resulting in greater customer satisfaction. Let's begin by first discussing what you will learn from this video. Incredible stats to adopt Agile right away. What are the core values and principles of Agile? What are the common Agile roles? What are key components of Agile methodology? What are the phases of Agile methodology? If you like the video, we request you to like and subscribe to the Agilemania YouTube channel to encourage us to provide more valuable information on Agile and Scrum. If you are watching our video for the first time, you must know who we are. Agilemania is a team of passionate professionals focused on consulting organizations in transforming businesses with digital and Agile. We play a key role in accelerating your digitization journey and help you navigate to a highly functioning Agile culture. Let's begin with discussing some eye-opening Agile statistics that will surely blow your mind. As per the 15th State of Agile report, the respondents stated the following reasons to adopt Agile. 64% cited enhance ability to manage changing priorities. 64% stated accelerate software delivery. 47% opined increase team productivity. 47% stated improved business and IT alignment. 42% voted for enhanced software quality. 41% reported delivery predictability. 39% stated reduce project risk. 39% cited respond to volatile market conditions. 24% opined better management of distributed teams. 23% reported reduced project cost. If you are not familiar with what actually is Agile methodology, this video will not make any sense to you, so let's discuss that first. Simply put, Agile is a time-bound Agile project management methodology that follows an iterative approach that builds software in increments from the start till the completion of the project. The Agile methodology has 4 core values, which gives more importance to individuals and interactions over processes and tools, to working software over comprehensive documentation, and customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And lastly, it focuses on responding to change over following a plan. Now, let's jump to the 12 Agile principles that an Agile manifesto propagates to approach complex works better. Let's learn about them. It says, satisfy the customer through continuous delivery of the product. Divide large tasks into smaller parts for quicker completion and easier integration of changes. Adhere to the decided timeframe for the delivery of a working product. All stakeholders must frequently collaborate to ensure that project is headed in the right direction. Create a supportive environment to motivate team members and encourage them to perform better. Prefer face-to-face communication over other methods. Working software is the primary measure of progress. Strive to maintain a steady pace of development. Maintain the quality of the product by paying attention to the technical details. Keep things as simple as possible. Self-organized teams produce more results. Lastly, self-reflection helps in correcting mistakes and improving performance. Do you know what determines the success of the Agile framework? It broadly depends on the 3 roles that are Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is responsible for the implementation of the Scrum framework. They ensure that the Scrum principles and practices are followed. They eliminate hurdles, conduct meetings, and work with product owners. As a Scrum Master, you will be working closely with the product owner to ensure that the product backlog is ready for the next sprint. The product owner, they are a representative of the customer. They decide what features to build and prioritize the feature that offers the most business value to the customer. The product owner knows the in and out of the customer behavior, market environment, and current trends. Lastly, the development team. The Scrum development team is a cross-functional team so that they have the technical expertise to deliver the final product. The Scrum team includes professionals like software developers, architects, programmers, analysts, system admins, QA experts, testers, UI designers, etc. Since we have discussed the Agile values, principles, and Scrum team roles, let's learn the key Agile components that we must know. The Agile methodology consists of 6 components that glue the Agile process together. 1. User story. User story is a tool used in Agile to record the description of a software product from the end user perspective. These user stories are divided into small phases and then developed in single sprints by Agile teams. 2. Sprint. Sprints are short time-bound periods that last 1 to 4 weeks when tasks are completed. 3. Daily stand-up meetings. Daily stand-up meetings are meetings where all functional teams attend and discuss the progress so far. 4. Kanban board. A Kanban board is an Agile project management tool created to help envision workflow in your organization. It is a tool to help limit work in progress and optimize efficiency. 5. Product backlog. The product backlog is a list that contains and prioritizes the details of every little task you require to include in your product. If you want to make any changes to your product, then the product backlog is the only source of requirements. We can't end the video without discussing about the phases of Agile methodology. The Agile methodology phases are 5 in total. They are: build the product backlog, sprint planning and sprint backlog, sprint in progress, beta testing and product demo, sprint review and retrospective. We must discuss them in detail to have a better understanding of each one of them. Building the product backlog. In this phase, the epics and user stories are created. An epic can be broken up into multiple user stories. The most important thing to keep in mind when transforming an epic into a user story is that it should be able to come as small pieces that fit in the sprint so they can be implemented on time. The sprint planning and sprint backlog. The sprint is an excellent time to get short, measurable feedback from your customers. If you have a short time frame for each sprint, then you will be able to see where changes need to happen in your development cycle and make sure that every single sprint counts in the whole scheme of things. Sprint in progress. The real user stories are broken down into smaller tasks and are added to the sprint backlog. A task board, also known as a Kanban board, is used to help keep track of all the software development processes. The cards on the board specify information such as who the task is assigned to, what work needs to be finalized when and by when. The columns of the task board are product backlog or the user stories, to-do lists, work in progress, and then testing and work done. Beta testing and product demo. Sprint goals require demonstrable, working products. Any bugs from the previous sprints should be resolved and not carried over into the next sprints. This is how legacy code becomes unmanageable, among other reasons. While it might seem like a good idea to add more stories to allow for more time in development for testing and bug fixing, that only results in less value delivered for customers each sprint. Sprint review and retrospective. After the end of each sprint, your team will hold 2 meetings. First, you will hold a sprint review with a project stakeholder to show them the finished product. This is a step towards maintaining open communication with stakeholders. An in-person or video conference meeting allows both parties to build a relationship and discuss product issues that arise. With that, we have reached the end of this video. So, now that you know the Agile methodology steps in detail, where do you think you're going wrong? Put your comments and let us know so that we can create a separate video to help you.